Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Higgs coming at you. Ready for some look ahead lines for Tuesday, March the 3rd. No tournament picks yet. We do have tournament games. Patriot and the Sun Belt. We will talk about them. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? You know what? I should really change the back banner, right? I mean, it is that time. It is that time. We can go to tournament picks. It's conference tournament time. Hit the like button if you haven't already. If you're on the Sean Higgs YouTube, maybe you're on Winners and Whiners. If you're on the X, give me a follow at Mr. Sean Higgs. Jake's in the house. Our guy T Money's. Welcome back around, T Money. It's been a minute. We're going to get right to it. We got plays in the chat. I'm going to tweet them out here in X-Land. We're going to X them out. It's so stupid. It'll always be Twitter. I'll call them the San Diego Chargers, Cleveland Indians. I'm going to call this freaking Twitter. That's it. You can't stop me. Now, we'll jump right into these puppies. You know what I didn't do today? I didn't well, I won. We went 2-1 today. Morgan State, East Texas, Coppin lost by like a point. Whereas I didn't even go over our guy Dylan's locks. T-Money, you'd be happy. This guy Dylan with his little locks comes in here. The other day he went 11-4, right? Great day, except one of his losses was minus 600 money line, and the other one was minus 200 money line. Anyway, you would have loved that. You would have been giving that guy the business. You would have been on that cat. All right. Let's see how Mr. Locky did here. He doesn't keep track of his own plays, so take that for what it's worth. But I do. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 locks tonight he had. Idaho, plus 1.5, winner. Houston Christian, plus 1.5. Winner. South Carolina State. Winner. Coppin was a loser by a basket. That hurts. NC Central, I think, got there. I like that one there. Winner. Arizona, I think, won, right? They were rolling. We were on that one there. Winner there. Morgan was a winner. And Duke. Look at this day, Mr. Locky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 for Mr. Locky. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 dogs for the guy. 7-1 for Mr. Dylan today. There's that. Let's get to our picks. We went 2-1 with our show picks. So there is that. Getting the job done there. Tonight for Tuesday, Albany getting a call. Plus, has it moved? Still plus 7.5? Should be. Plus 7.5 is right. Mississippi Valley plus 9.5. There you go. Now that one came down because I got 10.5 myself on that one. Those are the uglies. 66 and 64 with the uglies minus 820. Again, the uglies, your Northeast, Southland, SWAC, NEC, those kind of schools. Regular college hoops picks going on 5 months, right? Since November we started. 153 and 147. We're down $115. TCU gets a call, plus 10.5 here against Tech. The Innies, dogs since January the 8th, 129.91 plus $2,515. Not too shabby. NCA&T makes cut a plus 7.5, and UL Monroe. Tournament action in the Sun Belt, plus 10.5. A Fun Belt doggy, plus 10.5. No, nothing in the close range here. There were a few that I was looking at. Eastern Michigan, Ball State, and Ohio. Not enough points. They're giving me these, a 3.5 with Eastern. I think the Ohio was 2.5. And where is the last? Ball State 3.5. Again, and I can't just take the favorite here because I want to get 5, and it's they're 3 2.5. So actually I want more than 5. I'd prefer 6 or 7, but that's that. Those are the picks. Those new to the show, uglies in and close. These are all strictly underdogs since January the 8th. All doggy situations. I don't say to bet them all. I do not bet them all. A lot of the innies get played, and I tell you that when we play them here because most of them are they're up here on the board and they're on the site there. I tell you, I bet them. Like Mississippi Valley, we got them. We're on them. We're on NC State. We're on all these games tonight. We're in on them. But for just show kind of stuff, people like a lot of games. I keep track of them all. I tell you when I bet them. I say I don't bet them. I know that people look like, oh, you can't give a game out if you're not going to bet it. I tell you if I'm betting a game. People ask my opinion on what do I think of this game. Well, I like it. Am I betting it? No. I don't like it. Are you betting it? No. I know sometimes newer people come in during the holidays like this. 6-2. What do you mean 6-2, fella? You went 7-1. Who was your loss? You went 7-1, fella. Oh, I mean, you had Idaho as a dog. Plus 1.5. That's a doggy outright. Houston Christian. Plus 1.5. Doggy outright. South Carolina State. Plus 2.5. Doggy outright. Coppin State, 18.5. Lost by 20. You're right there. NC Central. Plus 1.5. Doggy outright. So you're 4-1 with 4 doggy outrights. Arizona, winner. Morgan State, plus 2.5. Doggy outright. And Duke. Didn't Duke cover? You went 7-1. 7-1. 5 dogs outright. 2 favorites and a dog loser by 1.5. Again, 18.5, lost by 20, Dylan. That makes up. See, that makes up. I was making fun of you before you came in about your minus 600 money line play on Iowa and minus 200 on Bethune-Cookman. I was making jokes. I said, guy's a great day, but he's got a minus 600 money line playing there out of the blue, like just. But there you go. You got a nice win there. So you were 26-18 plus $30. Now 7-1 will bump you up to 33-18. Plus 590 there, so that's plus 620. There you go. There you go, Dylan. Good work. Good work. Yeah, 11-4. 11-4, he had minus 800 on 2 games. Imagine going 11-4 making $20. Mine's going to roll in the back of my head. Mr. Numbers 8.0. Yeah, I mean, minus 600. He came in there. Gas station sushi's here. It is arrived, the madness. Mr. Weskers, here we go. 2003 JV high school trainer, Polo. I had this on today. My mom's like, oh, I like your shirt. I had the shirt for 11 years. 11 years hanging up. Incarnate Word. Are you kidding me? Tough push on that one. Did you get a push on the word? The bird is the word. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. He's not going to stop. He's not going to stop. He's Mr. Lock. San Diego State +1. Nebraska in the pick'em. Nevada pick'em. Kansas +4.5. Fort Wayne +5.5. I like Fort Wayne. Tennessee for Mr. Whiskers. And Mr. Weskers likes Georgia on the money line. Georgia money line, Tennessee. Georgia money line. Oh, 8.5 on the road. Oh, Mr. Weskers. Hold on a second. That's Georgia money line. I thought it was Tennessee money line. I'm like, oh boy, -8. No, Georgia money line, even money +100. Tennessee -8.5. There you go for the Weskers. The Weskers family. Oh boy, oh boy. So we got some tournament action tomorrow. Do I love the card? No. Do I like the one Sunbelt game? Yes. It's a let's be honest. These 8-9 games, like honestly, what am I saying here? We had a wild one in the horizon with this play-in game. You can only hope for more of the same. You can only hope for more of the same. Right? Who are we kidding? We get 100-93 shootout. Now, do I think we're going to get some kind of shootout in the Patriot with Army and Bucknell, totals in 140s? No. What do I got on these games here? Give me a second to pull up my little notes. I did do previews on these. You could find them on Sean Higgs YouTube. Where's my Patriots? So we have Holy Cross going at it here. Lafayette won both games. Army Bucknell. Let's see. Each team won on the other team's home court. This game, again, these games are on home courts here. So this is at Bucknell and at Lafayette. Would I really want to be involved in these two cats? Probably not. Probably not. Gators, UConn in the Final Four looking stronger every day. Yes. People are flocking to the bandwagon, but James Arness already left. I'm on Florida with you. I could definitely 100% say I think UConn can get there. No arguments from me if I'm looking for a team to put in there. It's Michigan and Duke. I think the Gators are the third. Who's that fourth team? Arizona looks pretty good right now. Houston has looked good at times. UConn's got the pedigree. And again, I'm going to fade Tech tomorrow, Mr. Weskers, because I think you lose that kid, it's going to catch up with him somewhere, right? And I mean, if he was playing, that would be where I'd be out with my fourth Final Four team. I'm leaning UNC. What do you say, UNC? Oh, UNC? You like a little North Carolina tomorrow? T-Money? They're playing well right now. You don't think that looks a little short, 3.5? You don't think that looks a little bit short? Because I saw that and I was like, who? I thought it was a Duke game. But no, it's Clemson. I want to lean Clemson. I think it's not enough. I thought it would be 5. Dylan says I need more. LSU plus 8.5 versus Auburn. I hope LSU wins just because, nothing against you, but I mean Bruce Pearl out there talking about Auburn should be in the tournament for his son. I could see very few face covered tomorrow and every dog covered in college basketball. I could see that. That's what I think every day. I bet. T-Money. Gators minus 23.5. They should roll. I can't condone that kind of behavior. Jake locked in the Natties under 66.5 wins last week. Astros under 86.5 this week. I'm already with you on the Stros under. We already got that one. I mean, you got a better number to me. I got 85.5. Braves over. Stros under 85.5. Angels over 70.5. The Dodgers under times 2, 102.5, 103.5. Brewers under times 2, 84.5, 87.5. Pirates over 75.5, 77.5. Twins under 74.5. There you go. I'm with you on the Stros. Who's pitching for the Stros? Who's pitching? Cleveland State and Wright State is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Green Bay and Fort Wayne. Not a Gunsmoke fan is extremely disappointing. Yeah, I've never seen Gunsmoke, bro. What is that, like the 50s? T-Money can't comment. He's a half-cocked kind of guy. Sad. He comes in. He's not really comes off half-cocked. He's a little level-headed. He likes the he likes the wacky tobacco, Mr. Whiskers. But he's got some crazy soccer plays for everybody in tennis. But hey, Bulgarian tennis, the guy's an ace. What are we going to talk about? He's the GOAT. Guess I'm not crazy about Florida. Some people, listen, whether you think the SEC is legit or not, how'd they do last year? You don't think that's a real team? That's a short line, so is the Tennessee line. But I don't trust Clemson. I mean, Tennessee's laying 8 on the road. I mean, you might as well be laying 10 on the road. I don't think that's too short. I mean, you think that's a short number on the road, laying 8.5? 9 points? Again, this is until they hit the win. They haven't hit it yet. When's the last time they hit the win total of the Dodgers? Why is this? This is me making money every year, fading the Dodgers. Okay, yeah, I don't think they're winning 104 games. Yeah, Astro. Who's pitching? My guy, Hunter Brown. That's it. Who's hitting? Is Yordi back? I love Yordi. I think he's great. That's the making cheeseburgers. There you go. Yeah, Mr. Bulgarian tennis. You like that, Mr. Westers? You can think what you want about the Gators. Todd Golden claps wherever he wants. Hey, I'm telling you, the Gators, if you say the SEC is bad and you don't believe in Alabama or Kentucky or Tennessee or Roman, whatever team you want to roll out here out of the SEC, that's perfectly fine. Is it weak? Whatever. Let's just go with Florida. When they get into the NCAA tournament, how do they do? How did they do last year? That's my comparable. Because they start out a little slow. and kind of gotten a little bit better. I mean, I don't know how you could say that you think they're a overrated bunch, or the SEC is bad, so Florida's bad. And I have zero love lost for the SEC. None. Whether it's football or basketball. But the Gators have lost, what, once this calendar year? They've lost 2 times in January 1st. I mean, they lost to Arizona by 6 the first game of the year. Lost at TCU on a neutral by 4. Lost at Duke by 1. Lost at UConn by 4 on a neutral. And away we go into regular play. I mean, and let's be honest, they started out a little slow with transfers. And yet you're losing by 5, 1, 4 points to Arizona, who's top 5, to Duke, who's number 1, and UConn's a top 5 team. And then you get into SEC play. I mean, you can make fun of Tennessee. They're still pretty good. I mean, are we saying Tennessee's a bad team? I mean, they beat Houston. They lost to Illinois. And I guess they lost to Kansas. I guess it's not the best. I don't know. I'm still a little leery of calling Florida a bad team. TGL cashes fade Tiger Woods team tomorrow. Jake, this is insane. This TGL stuff, please. You became with the Dodgers. I mean, it is again, and I could not go on Sports Radio Gabe. I'm like, hey, they're overrated, And the way I spin it is, if they're projected to win 105 games, and it takes them the regular season, the divisional round, the championship series, and the World Series to get to that win total, yeah, it's an overrated team. If you didn't hit your win total, you're not a good team. The win total's set for a reason. I will say you're overrated if it takes you 3 rounds of the playoffs to get to a win total. It's supposed to be a regular season. You're supposed to have it by, let's be honest, probably by sometime in the 20s of September, you should hit your win total if you're that good. Not in Game 6 of the World Series. You're a little late. Last year is last year. You still, we'll see where the Gators end up. So if the Gators don't get to the national championship game, is it a down year? Or what would be considered the Gators are good? Elite 8 or Final 4? What do they got to get to? That this year's a bad team. Let's just count Florida team as top 5. Exactly. I mean, this is like when teams get scary, when they start rolling after mid-January. They start beating teams by 20 and dismantling clubs. Like Duke and Michigan been doing, except when they played each other, then it was a tight game. I mean, Duke rolled by what? 20 again today? I mean, somehow Duke's a good team doing the same thing that Florida's doing. Few teams have lost to Kansas. Again, Kansas is another team that I think gets zero respect because of the whole thing with the kid not playing. Sometimes it plays. They took a couple of losses. I think Kansas is pretty solid club. I won't be shocked. I'll tell you what, though. We'll talk about the Big 12 when we get off topic. Iowa State, again, I would have said Iowa State would have been my pick with Texas Tech down to maybe come in and steal the Big 12. But now it really has to be Arizona the way they're playing late. Of late, Arizona. I like Houston. They hit their slump. Until they beat Arizona, I'm saying Arizona's winning the Big 12. I don't agree, Sean, with why the Dodgers being overrated. They keep winning chips. If you want to say the market blows the number up, yes, but they're not overrated. Well, that's the way I'm looking at it. If they're not getting to their win total, I feel justified. Thank you. Thank you for thinking they're going to win a bunch of games that they don't care about because they're in a division with Colorado, who hasn't been relevant in a decade. The Giants, who do just enough. Our guy Michael B, he's in here during the day, will tell you, do just enough to tease the fans. I think if we do one more thing, we'll make the playoffs. The Padres, who spend like drunken sailors, but now got to pay the piper because they got nothing in the minors and the pitching staff that's not that great. And Arizona. They're not pushed by anybody. They got pitchers that pitch 5 innings that get healthy. They bring guys down. 105 wins. I'll take my chances they don't get it again for the third straight year. Third straight year, I will enjoy winning again, fading the Dodgers for the entire year. Well, I bet the Dodgers, yeah, I'll have a couple games, run line stuff, for sure. For sure, I'll have Kyle Tucker, 2 ribbies somewhere along the line at plus 165. You got me. At the end in September, I'll be like, look at this. We're cashing our Dodger under at September 9th. Easy. Just saying the Bulls are 90s or Patriots think. Hold on a second. Did the Bulls are the best team ever, won 72 games. Did the Bulls lose games? How? Where was Michael Jordan taking off a regular season game? Did Michael Jordan play a quarter and then take a game off like these pitchers do? What are you talking about? How you can't compare the two. One team was the best team for a decade, for 6 straight years. Nobody was better than them. They hit their win total. I mean, unless their win total was 75 every year and they thought they were going to lose 5 games. So, no, that's a bad comparison. And the Patriots, what were the Patriots' win totals every year? And that's different because, by the last game of the year, they're not playing. Guys are out. So you automatically got 1 loss. So if their win total was 14.5, back when they're playing 16 games, you already know they're taking a loss because undefeated seasons are very rare. Yeah, they did it one time. But come on. What do you Team Money, what are you doing? Don't burn your cheeseburgers. Stop typing. They show up and play the TGO. Here we go, the TGO. Florida needs to make it to the Final Four to be a good year. Is that by your standards? Because people here, Vince, are saying that they're not even good. So that would be an excellent year. People say we got 3 people in the chat who say that Florida is basically a second-round team here. I mean, I think they get past the second round. I think Florida should be at least in the Final Four. Minimum. I think they're that good. Other people think they're a second-round team. All right, we had a little mini rants. I love my rants. Let's put the banner up for some picks here for you. In case you missed out on what we're doing tomorrow. Hit the like button if you haven't already. I don't know where you're watching. Nobody's on Winners and Whiners. Unbelievable. Oh, you know what? I didn't put this on the what's it tonight. I forgot to put it on Picks the Parlays. Got it. I was like, wow, nobody's on. Oh. Mr. West says, I don't take anyone disparaging Florida serious. I mean, I think they're a Final Four team. That's where I think they should be. Again, if they get knocked out in the Elite Eight, they lose by 3 or 4 versus whoever. Is it a bad loss? They lose to Duke in the Elite Eight by 4 or Arizona or whoever the hell they play? No. You got 5 or 6 pretty good teams, and then the rest, those teams should all beat. I mean, it's Michigan, Duke, Arizona, Florida. I'm going to still put Houston up in there. UConn, I think, can be dangerous. I mean, you got a handful of teams that somewhere along the line, somebody's gonna draw the short straw, and there's gonna be a battle in the Elite Eight with 2 good teams. You're like, oh man. Mississippi Valley for Jake. Yeah, I'll pop those up in a second. They show up in the TGL. You like that? Here we go. Illinois. I don't know. Illinois is good. They got the freshmen. I don't know if they're Final Four good. I don't know if they're Final Four good. Houston can't score. They do have droughts. But that's been their MO for years. For years, they got a problem like that. I don't know if sometimes a team hits a little skid. I'm not right. We saw Arizona lose back-to-back at Kansas and Texas Tech. Does that mean they're bad? Or you just kind of get caught? I mean, they responded with a big win the other day. Let's slow down on the Houston 8. They're still better than – there's what, 350 – how many freaking teams are there? I mean, they're still better than – there's 357 are better than 350 of them. Against teams with size, they can't score, says T-Money. But we'll see. We'll see how they do. We'll see. I think you're still bitter about your prediction last year. Who was it? Duke and whoever? If they don't win, I'm never coming back. Remember that? And I do. I wanted you to come back, obviously, T-Money. But, all right. JG, Duke looks amazing. They look really good. I mean, another big win today. For tomorrow, we got Albany 7.5, Mississippi Valley 9.5, NCA&T plus 7.5, UL Monroe plus 10.5, TCU plus 10.5. Bunch of dogs for you. I'm going to reload these in the chat as well for everybody to enjoy. I forgot picks and parlays to load you up earlier. We're half hour into the show. I was like, nobody's watching on YouTube on the Winners and Whiners channel. And then I realized that I only had on the Sean Higgs, and I forgot to load up the picks and parlays. But now picks and parlays, there you go. You're in. Here we go. Auburn, this crew. 15-14 Auburn thinks they're getting in the NCAA tournament. Ridiculous. Ridiculousness. They're the winners and whiners. PNP. And there is me. Different shirt, though. That's a polo. That's got the little polo horse. This is straight non-polo. Took the under in Arizona game. What a stifling defense. No, Arizona could crank it up for sure. And Iowa State the last 2 games, you're like, boy, what happened? You look good, and then some teams look just terrible sometimes. Well, that's baseball, Susan. See stuff like that. Oh. What else can we talk about here? I just reload. We got to go at least another 5 minutes because I loaded up to the PNP channel. I forgot to do it earlier. These are some of my picks. You know what I didn't add? I got to add a couple more. I added a couple more. Let's. Where is my papers? I got to get the papers. Get the papers. Load up some more tourney action. Let's add a couple more to that. We'll stream that as I enter in a couple more tournament picks here for the show. I did a couple more videos, and I said who I liked. So let's add them up in here as well. We're adding there from the NEC. What else do we do today? The OVC. We got those two out of the way. Where else did we go today? Sunbelt's in. Summit League. The Summit. Nope, I can't even fit them all in here. Now we got to go down to some abbreviations. Let's go. I think I got them all. Or did I leave out the Northeast? Whatever. Let's get these guys in here for everybody to enjoy. Because I see 10 comments will popping up in here. All right. So Sunbelt, Appalachian +5, Coastal +14, Horizon League and Robert Morris +320, Fort Wayne for a stab at +4,500, Patriot, American League at a dime. If you watch the video, I was like, Navy's -120. I think Navy's up to $2 now. I just couldn't give out the favorite. I don't do that. I don't give out the favorite there. So I figured I'd take American. They beat them already. ASUN with Lipscomb, $380. Northeast, Mercyhurst +$6. OVC, T. Martin +325. Also, listen, if you want to get into a Southeast Mizzou, +$4, sure. Summit, North Dakota at 3 dimes, 30-1. So there is that. I'll put these on the X as well. If you follow on the X, you should. You should. Costs you nothing to follow people. Hitting like buttons. I mean, since you're already here, just do it. Just do it. ASUN, NEC, OVC, Summit, I'll get those out there. All right, let's go to it. Miami, Ohio tomorrow. Team total over to continue to score reverse covering. I want to fade them. I had right here the other day. I said let's take Western Michigan plus 545 or 575. 350 on the dog here, Toledo money line. And at this point, no. I mean, you want to do team total over? Sure. I'm leaning towards the dog here. The pressure's getting to them. They're getting they close game last game. I'd lean dog. Edwards coming in. He just, what do you like the channel? What did you do here? Oh, boy, I missed a bunch of stuff. Oh, my goodness, I'm way back here. Hold on a second. Took the end Arizona game, 7 defense. Missouri +2, and Dylan's added another lock. I need Dylan comes in, I need more paper. I got to cut down more trees here for all Dylan stuff. But Dylan says he doesn't play his games, though, so he just throws stuff out here to say lock. College basketball futures. We got them in the chat. We just popped them up. Ribby props. You know we love our Ribby props, Justin. We're a month away. Add more. Add more. What do you need? More what? Cleveland State showing up. Is Cleveland State showing up? They don't. That game is not tomorrow. That game is on Wednesday. We have a Green Bay. We have a Horizon game tomorrow. Green Bay plays tomorrow because the women's team plays on Wednesday. All the other Horizon games are Wednesday. So Cleveland State is on Wednesday versus Wright State, not tomorrow. Do I think the Braves will be good? Let me show you. I think the Braves will be good. Braves over 88.5 wins. There you go. Yes, I think the Braves are going to win some games. Absolutely. Red Sox to make the playoffs. Lock. Oh my goodness. Tomorrow I can see every fave covering. I'm with you on the dogs. I'm a little bit far up here on the comments because of all these things. Jeff wants more of something. We did that. Caught their game on TV then. They were swinging in against Detroit. Listen, if the offense shows up, I think we'll be fine with Sale and Strider at the top of the rotation. Both. Oh, are you talking about tonight's game? Oh, you're talking about just tonight's game against IU Indy? Yeah, the defenses are terrible. That's why the total was 170 something. I mean, it was 173.5. Miami, Ohio. I do like the dog, Rodney. I like the dog in the Miami, Ohio game. These are the futures. They're in the chat for you. We got the under. Edward, I guess he liked. I don't know what Edward did. What did we do here? Winning the playoffs in the final TGL match tomorrow. Here we go. Yeah, I hate to say like it's close, but they're playing tougher games. I mean, let's be honest. You're undefeated. You're the talk of the sport. You might not make it. You might not make the dance if you're losing in your tournament. Yeah, man, it's tough. Tough to go undefeated. Who's the last team to go undefeated? Difficult. Give them their damn credit. On the same token, I don't want to lay 9 points with them. My top 2 plays, Ed. Well, you get them all right here. There you go. These are my plays. Albany, Mississippi Valley, NC State, Monroe. Those are my 4 favorite. I do like TCU. I'm really looking to parlay. You want to put them together? I don't like to say one. If I really like a game I really loved was St. John's the other day. It was a big play for me. Most other times I bet a lot of games. I kind of keep everything one year. You know, you start dancing around, raising bets all over the place. I like this one more, like that one more. Your bankroll gets all screwed up. Not interested in that. No, thank you. $590 games bet this year for me. What about the Pirates over under? Here we go. You want to talk some baseball? We can do baseball. I'll put my baseball totals in the chat as well for you. Edward seems to like the Pirates, and lo and behold, look at this. Let's run them over. Braves over 88.5. Stros under 85.5. Angels over 70.5. There's the Dodgers under twice, 102 and 103.5. Brooker under times 2, 84.5 and 87.5. And the Pirates over 75.5 and 77.5. I do like the over there. I think it's time they made a little moves, what they can do within the margins, as they say. So you generate a little offense. He should be all right. Get some wins. I think the Brewers take a step back. Obviously, I'm not a fan of their pitching staff. I think the Cardinals are crap. The Reds had a nice year last year. They kind of got off the bubble there into the playoffs. But I don't know. Pirates, I think, will win some games. Here you go. I got Skeens Cy Young. I don't even like Skeens. They give a Cy Young to a guy who's 10-10. If you're giving a Cy Young to a guy who's 10 wins, and if I think they're going to be 500 and be like 82-82 or something, why can't he get the Cy Young again with 13 wins? Nobody on the Dodgers is going to have 17 wins. It's going to be somewhere else. Who's going to pump up? And even then, Peralta wasn't even in the mix going 17-6 with a sub-3 ERA and 200 Ks. He wasn't even thought about. They love this guy. Give me the Cy Young at plus 350. Playoffs, yes. Why not take a shot? 415. Brewers playoffs, no. Astros playoffs, no. I went with you, Savage, for most wins. And, the guy had a nice call up. But if he's like the 3 starter on his team, a team's projected to win like 88 games or whatever the hell are projected to win. He can't win 17 or 18 games out of that 3-hole. Last time I took a crazy flyer like this was Sale Cy Young 30-1 for everybody. What was that, 2 years ago? I think it's Savage. Who's piling up the wins? Scooby going to win 18, 20 games? Maybe. This guy's not facing the ace every time. He's facing third and fourth guys, back end. If he's that good, I took a shot. So 70-1, why not? Why not? Hampton plus 11.5. Who do the Hamsters got tomorrow? They're not even on the board for tomorrow. What day is this for? I'm not that far ahead. Kansas covering 5.5 on the road versus Arizona State. Intriguing line. How do I feel about this game? You got Kansas coming in here, got crushed by Arizona. I mean, you think they get right. Arizona State's 8-2 ATS the last 10. I think if Kansas is going to cover in this one, it'll be an under. It'll be a Kansas game. They're 20-9 to the under this year. 20-9 to the under. They're still posted in the 150s. Hampton William Mary tomorrow? Where are they? Oh, there they are. I got them. I mean, they don't fit my doggy parameter. Remember, Justin, I like my dogs, but it's not like, hey, we're just taking every dog and ugly and small school dog just to take it. We're not doing that. There's more than just taking 7, 8, 9 points with underdogs. Not on my list. 20-9 to the under. 20-9 to the under on the year. 7-3 to the last 10. The overs was the 138. Again, 138 versus Cincinnati. Every other game, 151. They went under 137 versus Houston. 152 versus Arizona. That game got to 160. 158 versus BYU. It was 172. Everything else is unders. 148 under. They scored 148. The total was 158. 155.5. They scored 125. 150, they scored 130. 147, 130. 160, 150. I mean, unders with Kansas. All right, refer to me tomorrow. So listen, new folks, the uglies, it's exactly what it sounds like. Ugly conferences, dogs, 7, 8, 9 more points. We take these crazy dogs. Since January the 8th, 66 wins, 64 losses, minus 820 these games. Alabama. Albany plus 7.5, Mississippi Valley plus 9.5. They fit the bill. There you go. Regular college hoops basketball that we've been running all year, 155 and 147, minus $115. TCU plus 10.5 gets the nod here. The innies, we talked about the ugly games in dog situations. Here come the games that are just auto plays because they're normal schools and not wacky bad conferences. They're smaller schools, but not the teeny of the tinies. 129 and 91 plus 2,515. So obviously these are the proverbial bread and butter making you money. NCAA plus 7.5, UL Monroe plus 10.5. Close calls. There are no close calls on today's card. 75 and 71 down 370. Again, those are ones because people want more action. So the ones that are sort of near. Again, do we play all those? No. They don't even fit the pattern. Why the hell are we going to play them all? People want action. They don't have discipline. I've done the work since January 8th on these games. We documented them. I have, at least. And Dylan's locks as well. This guy, Dylan's better freaking, at the end of the basketball season, better throw a dono up into the chat, this guy. Nerfies. I'm not a Nerfy guy, Jake. Not a big Nerfy guy. I'm going to hit you with Ribby props. I'll be looking at stolen bases for a couple guys. I think Bobby Witt Jr. is a guy I'll be looking at stolen bases this year. Jazz Chisholm, I think, wants to go 50-50. I'll be looking at his stolen bases as well. But then really just a lot of ribbies. And when I do my Ribby props, it's going to be one game, not all over the place. I'm not doing home runs, this and that. It's not going to be Judge minus 105 for Ribby. It'll be down the line guys. It'll be Bellinger 165, whoever Grisham's 145. It'll be all big plus monies. 3 guys towards the bottom of the lineup, 6, 7, 8 hitters on teams. Maybe we do something like Ohtani 2 ribbies or Judge 2 ribbies for plus 150 money, stuff like that. Again, all plus monies. You're not going to get minus with me. You're not going to get hit run ribby combos, this kind of stuff. Just a lot of ribbies at plus. Normally, I try to hit 140s or more. Sometimes I got some 125, 130s in there. Rarely, mostly the 145 or more range. Even some $2 ones. We get at the bottom like 8, 9 hitters. We'll get at 220, 230 a pop. They cashed. It was a good year last year. Justin's in the chat. Team Monday was in here with the ribbies. Best MMO capper I know. Well, thank you for that. Now the pressure's on. Now the pressure's on. Kansas Unders. Yeah, take the Kansas Unders. Never dabbled in Ribby props. Here's just, everybody loves, we're going to go Nerfies. We're doing, home runs and Ribby props. How do I put this? I'm going to find a game where I think there's going to be runs scored. It's a game I'm going to be on the over on. Pitcher's going to get hit. Guys are hot, whoever. Again, the hot thing is more down the we get a couple of games under our belts. But if I think we'll get some runs scored in a game, I am going to take 3 guys on each team. There's times I've taken like 5, 6 guys on a team and hit 4 out of the 6 and, plus 800 on just one day of ribbies on that thing. There are swings. You lose 7-2 one day and you go on 4 and, on a $100 bet that I rate them here as it's minus 400. But the day before that you were plus 545. So you're up going 2 and 6. It's, I don't know. I like them. I'm a plus money guy, Jake. Will I get more into maybe strikeouts and first fives and stuff like that? Yeah, I've been burned a lot. I like my run lines because I don't want to lay 150. We do no bottom nines to get to minus 120 instead of 190. Yanks are home, Detroit's home, whoever. No bottom nine. They're not going to bat the bottom ninth. Instead of laying 220, we're laying 122. Hey, listen, if a team's favored by $2, minus 210, minus 185, there is no way in heck they should be betting the bottom nine. That game should be 8-2, and it's good night, Irene. Sushi, good or bad? That's it. Win or lose. I'm going to tell you I do. I mean, go. I tell you my records. I put them up here. Free pick records, bad. They're up here. I don't change them. Not out here feigning wins and losses. I'm on 150 freaking sites I sell picks on. Go see my record. I win in this sport, lose in this sport. NBA, 8-6. Excuse me. That is wrong. That is a lie. I'm not 8-6 NBA. I'm 7-8 in the NBA. 8-6 in hockey. All the games for the entire year. That's what I bet on those. Not a lot. 600 college basketball games, though, over that time. 200 NFL. More college football. That's what I was doing during the winter months. I'll let you know. I come in here every day. At least once, sometimes twice a day. Pirates team wins over. It's over. We got an over in this game. Wait, I just posted these up in the chat. I got a double over. 75.5 and 77.5. Pirates over. Going over the total. Nice to take half the Athletics home games. Yeah. How did we do with those? I mean, we won. Well, I got my book. 2024 Ruby props. 168, 267, plus 1,900. So there's that. Hold on, that was 2024. I got to find 2025. Hold on a second. 2025 props. Major League Baseball. Ready? These are our props in baseball. Is this right? And maybe we came in late with these. 84 and 155 plus 1950. Baseball free picks last year in the show. 263 and 242 plus 3,000. There you go. There you go. College football last year in the video, 64 and 72 minus 39.10. So not a good college football free pick season. There is that. So again, who's going to tell you they had a losing free pick for football, right? You're supposed to be football. Everybody's a winner. They're the best things ever since sliced bread when it comes to football picks. Well, I had a losing free pick season. Apologies. NFL, 74 and 69. You know what that was? That was good for minus 180. There you go. You want truthfulness, you get it. Jake likes first 5 innings, first 3 innings, 5-inning totals, some nerfies here and there. Yeah, that's – put them in the – listen, that's what I tell people. Put them in the chat. People like that. I don't do them. Will I branch out and have to expand myself more? Absolutely. Absolutely I will. And I'll say I like that. I'm not going to put it out here until I've established that I can win at it. I've established winning in MLB, college hoops, college football, NFL, hockey, NBA on a smaller scale. Ruby props. I'm not going to come in and pretend to do shots on goal props in hockey. Nope. Hit one Ruby parlays. Oh, yeah, here we go. I'm not a parlay guy. Number one, the best way to go 3-1, put a 14 parlay in. Now, I am a ribby guy. So a hit-run ribby for me is I'm taking a guy who I think is obviously going to hit a homer, obviously, because you get all three of these on one shot. On one shot. But again, I don't like parlaying. You know, I've had days I get email, oh man, tough Sunday, man. You went 7-2 at the end. 7-2 at the end, I feel like you lose money. How the hell does that work? You parlayed them? 19. That's a you problem. That ain't a me problem. I can't. You know, I was teasing Dylan earlier. The guy went 11-4 and made no money because he had a minus 600 money line. You know, you do parlays. I can't. How do you like going 5-1 and losing money? I can't condone parlay. I know the site picks of parlays. I'm not a parlay guy. Zach Gallon's count is 22 million, Mr. Whiskers. Oh my God, Dylan, come on, you're killing me here. Clemson. Although I like Clemson, I think this line looks low, Dylan. So Clemson plus 3.5. There you go. Adding it to your forte of games here. We got Dayton, LSU, Fort Wayne, Kansas, Nevada, Nebraska, San Diego State Aztecs. Mr. Lockey. All right, that's it. An hour. I didn't get the shave today yet. I didn't get the shave. I'm out of here. You got another comment for you? That's it. All right. Midday money tomorrow, 12 noon. I'll be back. Not on PNP for midday money. That's on Sean Higgs and Winners and Winers and on the X. Look at the lines. We'll be back tomorrow. We got now the games. We'll have. I'll have the banners ready for a bunch of Wednesday college basketball because now it's go time on Wednesday. You get a little taste tomorrow. I'll give you a little taste of the. You got 4 games, 5 games. Wednesday, forget about it. It's on. Thanks for watching, everybody. Back tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern. Bye-bye.